What's up, YouTube? C. Tyson Synopsis in the building. Just got a package in today from a pair of boots I ordered from Indonesia from a company called Jakkrabbits. It's a boot company that is located in Bandung, which is like the boot capital of Indonesia, really the boot capital of the world, it seems like now. They've got a bunch of different boot companies in Bandung. Renav Goods Co. What's the other one that's in Bandung? I think it's called Underhood. What's the other one that starts with an S? Sagara is in Bandung, and there's a couple of them, a bunch of them actually, in Bandung. So anyways, this is unboxing. I literally just got them. It took about, from the ordering process, it took about a month and a half. It's really fast actually compared to some of the other ones. I ordered a pair of Renav boots at the same time, and he hasn't even started making them yet. So Jakkrabbits seems to be one of the faster ones with the made to order. Most of them are all made to order. You can't get them ready to go. So the box is pretty cool. Once I get them open, I'll start talking about the boots. Alright, so this is the box. Pretty cool. Doesn't really have anything in there. Alright, nice. Cool box. Now they gave me a couple different laces. Brown wax laced, flat. This is like a brown circular wax lace. Came with two vegetarian kilties. And then I actually paid for the leather laces as well. They're supposed to be natural. This came with it. And then they gave me a couple stickers. Some cool Jakkrabbit stickers. And then gave me a certificate of authenticity. Let's see if we can read it. Outstanding comrade. I don't like that. I'm nobody's fucking comrade. I admire the way you've invested in yourself. This card shows that you have satisfied yourself by owning this authentic and original artwork by Jakkrabbits with us. Okay, so glad, blah blah blah. Cool. So that's pretty cool. Now, boot number one. Come with a nice little boot bag, branded, and this is cool. They actually wrap the boot too, so it doesn't get scratched up in international shipping. And the box is pretty good shape. So the type of boot that I got was a lace-to-toe style, very similar to kind of like the White's 350 cutter. So I wanted a lace-to-toe style, not a monkey boot, but more like we call them like railroad boots. Oh yeah, these are beautiful. Oh wow, these are gorgeous. Wow, these are beautiful. So I got them in Ivory, Pueblo, Badalassi, and it's a Italian tannery, and this is basically like a natural vegetarian leather. So it's going to, as time goes on, as I wear them in the sun is going to turn them into a darker color. It's going to turn them into a darker tan color. I actually have a wallet that's made out of a very similar leather, and it's going to turn into like that type of color as you wear them. So I wanted to get a pair of boots that would really kind of patina over time and look really cool. And the cool thing about this is I got them in time to submit them in the Patina Thunderdome contest, which basically is a little contest they do with people that are really into boots. And you buy like a a nice expensive pair of boots, you wear them for 6 months, and then you take pictures of them as you wear them to submit them. So yeah, these are very similar to like your White's 350 cutter. I got them with the this is called a lineman patch. So this is kind of one of their standard models on their website. However, I changed a couple things. So the construction on the boot is called Vledschoen construction. It's kind of like a Norwegian style of construction. Basically, it's like a 260-degree stitch down construction, double row stitching, and then as you can see, so this part is flanged out, double row, and then this part down here gets put under and Goodyear welded to the rest. And then I have a slight woodsman's heel, so there's a slight curve to it. And then, so this is the first welt right there. There's one, this is the actual welt, and then there's a leather midsole, so it kind of looks like there's two leather midsoles, but it's actually the welt here that's sewn on, and then the welt is sewn onto the upper here, and then there's a second, or really one leather midsole, but it makes it look like there's two pieces of leather. And then I got the Dr. Soul's full like off-white cream super grip sole with their it looks like a kind of a slimmer outsole heel. And then I got a double leather heel stack, and then the outsole, so it gives it a little bit more of a I could have gone even more severe with the heel stack, to be honest with you, but I'm not a huge fan of like the super big heel stacks. I think it makes the boot look a little bit more feminine. So yeah, let me actually take this is gonna be trash. If you don't have any shoe trees, you should get you some. Shoe trees really help maintain the life of the boot. Just wanted to see what's inside. Oh, it's cool too with Jakkrabbits. They give you an option of putting in a little message on the inside of the boot for free. So I had them put my Instagram tag on there, Mr. Himothy. Let's see. It's on the inside. And they shoved a lot of paper in here. Jeez. I'm really trying to make sure that this thing is stuffed up. Okay. I think I might have got it all. This comes with a toe box that's structured, so it's not going to droop down over time. It's going to stay like that. I love the profile too, how it's nice and robust. I really like some people call it like a sprung toe box, where kind of it's not thin and slender. I'm not a big fan of like the super thin and slender toe boxes. So yeah, and then on the inside it says Jakkrabbits, handcrafted for Himothy. So I'm really liking how they did that. And it's a veg tanned leather insole too. So everything on this boot is really nice veg tan leather. The veg tan leather on the boot is it was a little bit thinner than I thought it was going to be, but that's Not necessarily a bad thing. Just because it's thicker doesn't mean it's stronger, or it won't last. And then it's got the heel tab, which is pretty nice. And then I just really like the construction, so I have a couple pair of monkey boots. These are a little bit different. The construction kind of has this toe that goes towards the toe box. A lot of people call these like railroad boots, but they are like a lacy toe style. I got brass hooks and eyelets, 3 hooks at top, and then the rest are eyelets. And then this lineman patch is really for a lot of people have it for like motorcycle use and stuff like that. I'm not sure why it's called a lineman patch. I'm guessing that has to, oh, you know what, that makes sense. If you're climbing on a pole to a lineman, like a electrical line, you need that to protect your boots. And then this is going to be awesome because they come with the kill ties too. So this is really a great looking boot. And then I'm going to put these guys on there, or I actually have a pair of really good natural laces that I have that match the upper. So yeah, I'm excited about these. These are nice. Let's check out the other boot and then let's see if they fit. They definitely do a good job packaging. They gave you not only the boot bag, but they give you they wrap it in plastic so it doesn't get messed up. That's one thing. A couple of the boots I've gotten from Indonesia, when you get them in, the box is all broken and stuff like that. So this box seemed to, well, nope, yeah, this box is actually busted up, and I didn't do that. So yeah, this box is pretty much donezo's already, which is fine as long as they didn't cut the boot. I'm trying to see. There's some impurities on the leather, or like a little bit of scratches, but all that should come out. Can't really see it on the video, but all of that should come out with some polish and just a little bit of time. I'll just leave that one there, and then open up this other one. Alright. Yeah, I'm really loving these. If any of you guys are familiar with White's Boots company, they have a very popular style of boot called the 350 cutter. And they sell them online for like $700 plus shipping. So like $750 you can get them, and the build time on these Whites is months. So I was like, you know what, let me find an Indonesian boot maker, because often Indonesian boot makers will give you a better product with better leather, with other materials that are just as good as Whites, and Wesco, in some cases a superior boot. And you can do a little bit more customizing. Like on Whites, you can't get the Dr. Soles outsoles, and I like these better than the Vibram soles. And the color, you can get, you know, green, brown, this off-white, which I love. And like they don't have the Italian Badalassi leathers. I know they do they have a veg tan leather that they sometimes bring out. I forget what company sells it to them, But yeah, I mean, I got these all in $415, which is crazy, because if this was a made in America boot, this would go for easily $800. And the build time, made to order time, was only 6 weeks. So I know some people are telling me that Wesco has like a 9-month build time right now, which is crazy. So I'm all about supporting American-made businesses, but for my money, I would rather, if I'm going to do a made-to-order boot or a higher-end boot, I'm going to go to the Indonesian guys, because it's usually one guy with his little team that you can talk to directly about making your boot. And if I'm going to buy America, I'll just go somewhere that has ready to put on boots like Red Wing. In some cases, Red Wing can be expensive for what you get. But you can get companies like, I know Drew's is like a lager boot for like $350. But some of these boot companies, they're charging $700 for boots that you can get from Indonesian companies for much cheaper. And just as good, if not better quality too. So. Alright, so here's the right boot. Here's the right boot, looks very similar. This one doesn't really have many blemishes on the leather. Same exact thing, so on their website it's called the Ivory boot. This one is made in, I think it's called, let me be sure, it's like Pueblo, Bone, Badalassi. It's their veg tan leather. So yeah, like I was saying, as time goes on and as the sun hits this leather, it's going to start changing colors and it's going to start looking like that. So it's probably going to start looking like these laces in a little bit, which I really like. Okay, so yeah, lineman patch, the brass hooks and eyelets. The construction is a bled show-in, stitch down construction, and then I have one leather midsole, although it looks like two, but that top piece is the welt. So this right here is actually the welt leather. It is what keeps the upper to the midsole, and then I got one extra midsole leather, and then I went with the full cream colored Dr. Soul's outsole, which is on their website. You can choose that, and then that comes with a heel, and then I got two pieces of leather for the heel stack, and then I went with their lace to toe, kind of called the Ivory boot. It's a lace to toe. Looks very similar to what boot like. There's a bunch of boot companies that make this style. But it's not a style that you see every day. Like, you have to be really into boots to see this type of style. It's like a railroad worker style lace to toe boot, or a logger style boot. Whites makes one, Westco makes one, and then you got companies like Cigarra that I think make one. Quan the shoemaker makes one. That's the guy I really want to go to next, is Quan the shoemaker. If any of you guys are really into boots, haven't heard of him, he makes a lot of amazing boots in China. The last that he has are crazy. But yeah, this is amazing. And then if you look at the reverse, like if you were to do a boot in the reverse, that would be sick. And then yeah, this one also has it's got the leather insole. Let me see if I can get some light yet. And it's got the Mr. Hemothy. And it's got the insole is just straight leather. So as you wear it, oh, you know what? And it's a nice comfy. I think, yeah, it's leather. It's got to be. And it's got some give to it. Maybe it is a little padded. Let me see if I can take it out. So it looks like they do have a little padding in there, which is cool. I'm cool with that. Sometimes you'll get something that this has really stiff leather, so the break-in period is kind of messed up. But yeah, these are the boots. I really wanted to, when I was ordering the boots, I was really conflicted. Should I do the full sole or should I do the half sole? The half sole was a little bit thicker, so it would essentially be cut off here, but it's a little bit thicker. But also the heel cap is a little bit thicker. But the reason I went with the full sole is because I really I don't have a full sole with the leather heel stack yet. I have a Dr. Soul's green with the Dr. Soul's green with the kind of heel stack, whatever. So I wanted to try this out. But yeah, this is it. I'm going to use some natural kind of neutral, rather. What is it called? Shoe polish, shoe wax on these to get them a little bit shiny up. And then it looks like they did a pretty decent job. It looks like they shined the outsole, the midsole for me, and the heel stock for me already too. So I'm loving these. Let me try them on and see if they fit. Sometimes when you order boots online, you almost have to completely disregard what it is your shoe size typically is, and then just go with whatever they suggest. Give them your boot measurements and go with whatever they suggest. But yeah, these look like they fit. I gotta lace them up, but yeah, these are pretty great. What do you guys think I should do in the comments? I have these ones right here. This is the leather lace. It's supposed to be a natural. It's kind of like a flat leather lace. They gave me these brown wax. These are like a kind of circular rope leather lace, and then these are a flat leather lace. I think I should go with kill tie, without the kill tee, and then also let me actually show you. I got one other leather lace that I think that would look good with these. Hold on one second. So these leather laces, that I had in stock, I think I got them on eBay. So these leather laces actually fit the color of these boots like perfectly. I'll let you guys take a look. So these leather laces actually fit the boot perfectly. And this is a thicker, kind of squared off leather lace. You guys can see the color. It pretty much perfectly matches the boots. And then I bought these with Jackrabbit. They call them natural leather laces, but they really kind of look dark, much darker than any piece on here. So I'll probably actually, let me know what you guys think. Should I go with the laces that look exactly like the color of the boot, or should I go with the darker leather lace? Let me know what you think. Other than that, video running kind of long. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I can think of anything that I haven't talked about yet. Yeah, Jackrabbit was very thorough with their sizing. They were thorough with, they sent me a bunch of emails confirming my order. I was able to kind of talk with them about, things that I maybe wanted to change. This is essentially their stock option. Besides, I changed a couple things. I changed the construction. So if you want these exact boots, you can order them from Jakkrabbits for $415. And if you want to change the construction, you can, to this stitch down lead showing construction. I like it. I think it looks sick. I think it's aesthetically, I really just got it for the aesthetics. I think it comes standard with some type of like 360 but it doesn't come with that extra kind of leather midsole, so you'll basically just get a thinner leather midsole. So if you want like the thicker looking leather midsole, go with the blood showing stitch down one. And then yeah, it comes with the kind of rounded edge. It's called some people call it a Cuban. I think they call it a Cuban, strangely enough, but usually it's considered a woodsman heel. But yeah, there's a little bit of kind of scratches over here, but that's gonna, I'm gonna put some, wax on there. It should come right out. But other than that, the craftsmanship is really nice. every once in a while as you wear this, you got to be careful with the leather stacked heel. Sometimes it'll separate a little bit, so that's always the tricky part with these leather stacked heels. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. But yeah, in about 6 months in, these are going to look like completely different boots just because of the amount of sunlight that they're going to get. And then I'm going to put these into the Patina Thunderdome competition. All triple stitched around the heel counter, triple stitch around the tongue. I went for it's not a rolled top, it's a cut-off top, which I prefer. You can kind of see the craftsmanship, and yeah, the tongue, I like the tongue goes up a little bit further past. It's a gusseted tongue too, so it's gusseted almost all the way up, so it's not going to shift around on you. You gotta love the line and patch. It's not easy to sew that on and make it look seamless. And then double stitched row. It's not a super dense sew pattern. You know what's crazy though? So these are actually hand. These holes are you could tell, and I actually saw pictures. They're hand punctured holes. So this is a fully hand welted shoe, and then it looks like, so yeah, so this is the cool thing, right? So this first row is hand welted. This first row here is hand welted, and then it looks like this bottom row as well is either this bottom row is hand welded too. So this isn't just glued on there. It's all sewed, stitched down construction, and then as you can see that the sole is nailed on, and then it's all glued and nailed. And then if I were to undo that piece, I'm sure I could see the stitching. But yeah, I mean, my experience so far with these Indonesian companies, I've gotten one pair of boots from Ray from Renab Goods. That's on my Instagram page. They're a pair of brown and green monkey boots that are really phenomenal. And this is my second pair of Indonesian boots from Jakkrabbits. They're really nice. The quality of both is pretty similar. The speed of Jakkrabbits is insane though. If I were to pick between the two companies right now, I would go with Jakkrabbits because the price point is just as good, and the speed is there. You don't have to wait 6 months for a pair of boots. Some other companies that I have seen from Indonesia that I would like to buy from, Segara, but Segara is selling boots for $700 too, and I could just order from Jakkrabbits or Ray from Renab, and Ray sells some of his boots for $350. I got these for $400. I could get 2 of these style of boots from Jakkrabbits as opposed to one from Segara. So I would rather do Jakkrabbits. A boot company that I really do want to try out is Quan the shoemaker. I think he has some of the most incredible lasts out there that you really can't get anywhere else, but he's still selling boots for like $550, $600. But he's got some boots that I would pay $500, $600 for. So my next pair of boots is probably going to come from Quan the shoemaker on Instagram. They got, what are the other boot companies? Underhood from let's say Indonesian company. They have some really nice boots. I see them actually make a boot that looks just like this on their site, but they're selling them for like $500, $600. Jacquard is another boot company. Junkard is another boot company in Indonesia that I've seen that makes some good stuff. Texture. If you go on Instagram, like basically all these Indonesian boot companies follow each other. So once you've seen one of them, you just kind of add them on. But there's a number of companies, like Chinese boot companies, King's Boots. Once you take a deep dive into it, I think honestly the best value though, in terms of the boot making world right now, is Jakkrabbits and Renab Goods Co. I think that you could argue Quan the shoemaker is up there just because of how awesome his skills are. If you haven't gotten into kind of the Indonesian boot making world, I suggest you check it out. But other than that, that wraps it up for the video. Thanks for checking me out. If you guys want to leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know which laces you prefer. Let me know if you think the kilt tee looks good with or without. If you have any questions on how to order from these companies, give me a shout. C. Tyson synopsis over and out.